Hello and welcome to the Center for Education, Innovation, Leadership and Community Service. I am Rukzayani Sumathi from the state of New Jersey in the United States of America. And today I am joined by one of the diligent students, Rukzayani Baskaran from Newark, New Jersey in the United States of America. I am here to share, I am here to celebrate the educational success of Rukzayani Baskaran. She has recently graduated as a middle school graduate with awards and accolades for her educational and leadership achievements. And together with her parents and the community, Tamil community around Newark, New Jersey, I am so excited to hear from Rukzayani as to how her educational career went from elementary school up to now her middle school. I am delighted to welcome Rukzayani. Rukzayani, thank you for joining me today.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Rukzayani Baskaran. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, which is in the United States. I was born in Sri Lanka and came to the United States when I was only 5 months old. I'm now 13 years old, almost 14 in September. I have recently graduated from North Star Academy, Clint Hill Middle School, and I will be attending another North Star campus, North Star Academy, Lincoln Park High School for the 2022 to 2023 school year. In my free time, I like to sing, do acting, dance, paint, play instruments, and like the piano and video edit. Um, Additionally, I would like to express my gratitude for my parents for giving me the opportunity to get an education in the United States to benefit my learning, and my friends and educators and everyone else that has helped me throughout my educational journey. I would also like to thank Mr. Yanam and the Education, Innovation, Leadership, and Community Service Group for giving me the opportunity to share my middle school experience with everyone.
Thank you, Rukshani, definitely. And when you talked about your parents, and I know I was going to ask you that question, and who do you want to thank? Definitely, and that is a humble, your admissions that your parents definitely come in front of you at all cost, at every step of the way. And I also want to congratulate your parents for having brought you to this level and with so much of accomplishment at such young age as you are now at the middle school. I'm sure you are inspiring so many others, and you are inspiring your classmates, your age mates, people, especially the Tamil boys and girls in our community. And this is the purpose of this meeting with you, sharing your accomplishment, achievements of your educational career. All right, so I will be asking a few questions that you don't mind. Please share your experience and your challenges too, right? You
Mhm.
might have had some challenges and obstacles and accomplishments, and that will be helpful for others to learn from your experience. Now, like you have recently graduated from middle school, right? And talk about completing your middle school. How much joy and how much difficulty that you face, and how did you overcome those difficulties?
Well, I feel a mix of emotions, but I mostly feel proud of myself. I'm proud that I was able to accomplish a lot the past 4 years of middle school and just to see myself grow over that period of time. I remember that English language arts wasn't my strongest subject in 5th grade, but I had the determination to become stronger at it. And although there's still a lot that I need to work on, I feel like I've shown a lot of growth in my academics and also in my personality as well. I'm also proud of myself for still pushing myself to do better during an unexpected time, during COVID-19. because of COVID-19, it has affected a lot of families going through grief and not having the best resources to quarantine themselves at home. And that has also affected students not having the best education with online learning. Being a student during COVID was really challenging and is still is today. Um, Unfortunately for me, I've lost two family members on my dad's side because of COVID during my eighth grade year. So, although my family and I have experienced grief, I'm proud for persevering and still being a role model to my peers, especially my younger peers at school and outside of school. I'm also going to miss my middle school teachers and also my friends since I'm not going to see them all in high school. So I guess it all feels bittersweet. Although there's been unfortunate things that have happened to me, I've learned a lot, made new relationships, and shown a lot of growth in my middle school year. And I'm really excited to move on to another chapter of my life, which is high school.
Congratulations. Excellent job, Rukshani. I am really more than proud of you. I know I have seen you grow in the school and I have seen you in the community, and you're one of the proudest member of many other boys and girls who are growing in our community. And I'm sorry to hear that you have lost some of your a few of your family members during this COVID period, and it is a tragedy. I do share your loss. And I also like when you said you are perseverant no matter what, and you have resilience and perseverance no matter what, you will survive. And that is a kind of personality, the character traits that I want our young boys and girls to possess in their characters. I mean, we are going to face a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, and at school, at home, economically, socially, emotionally. But above all, you should rise up, right? Shine, do you agree with me? You should rise up to face them. That's how life goes. Life will be boring if you don't face challenges. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
It does. Okay. Thank you so much for briefly putting forward your ambitions and ideas of how difficult or how easy your life was during a school career. Now, moving forward, uh, during your graduation, I know you shared some news about during your graduation, you were awarded and recognized for your accomplishment by school teachers and the Department of Language Arts Department or other subject areas. And talk about those awards and how you feel about receiving this award, and that your accomplishment and your achievement should inspire other youngsters. So give us some detail about that.
Well, first, I received these cords during graduation, and they all represent the honors that I got from my classes. I ended up getting honors for all of my four subjects: English, math, history, and science. Getting honors in classes mean that for all of your four semesters, you have a 85% or above for your final grade. And I ended up getting all A's, which is a 90 above in our school, which led me getting to honors. I also received a special math award because of my contributions and my talent in in math class. And my mom especially was really proud of me because she used to be a math teacher in Sri Lanka, and math is a really huge reputation in my mom's side of the family. Um, I also received distinction, which was like this orange dash that I wore during graduation. Every student at my school had to do a presentation, which was called a final performance task, or FPT for abbreviation. And everyone had to do their own presentation in order to graduate. For eighth grade, we had to talk about oppression that was happening in society and how people are able to overcome and resolve these problems, whether that can be racial oppression, gender oppression, economic oppression, religious oppression, etc. And we had to answer that question using all subject areas. I decided to talk about racial oppression that is happening in the education system, since as of right now, I'm passionate to become a teacher when I grow up. Anyone that gets distinction are students that get a 90 or above during their presentation, and I ended up getting a 91, which led me to graduating with distinction. Um, Additionally, I also received a Young Leaders Award in my
Yeah, we will
school.
talk about that next. And thank you for that. Let me stop you there. So I'm going to ask you about your leadership award after this. Now, your accomplishment is amazing. That when I can wait to hear you talking about amazing achievement, education as well as leadership. And you are really a gifted child, Rukshani, and your parents deserve your more credit. And definitely, you did it. You made it happen together with your teachers. So I like word to appreciate your or to congratulate your amazing achievement. You have been having a lot of difficulties during your school career, but you are sitting here and with the proud award recipient, proud leadership award recipient, and you received a award for mathematics as the best students in the class for mathematics, so which is an amazing thing. And congratulations, your mother is a teacher, so make sure you learn more math from your mom. Okay, she is there for you all the way. Thank you, Rukshani. Thank you for sharing your inspiring stories. Now, let me ask you, as middle school students, you have developed your leadership skills. I'm sure you started your leadership skills, even before I think your grade 6, 7, 8 grades, right? Am I right? So, in that case, share your experience of what do you get through the leadership experience. What did you do in order for you to become qualified for that leadership award? And why do you think leadership qualities are important for students at your age?
Um, well, for me, a way that I got into leadership was from a program that they had in my school, which was called the Young Leaders Program, and I ended up getting an award for it. This program is basically where teachers select a few seventh and eighth graders that are passionate about leadership, and not only do they have good grades, but also good character and are role models to our school community, whether that's inside or outside of school. Um, our group has created events that our community was able to come together and um, do those events or uh, do those events. So some of those events were a canned food drive to donate to a homeless shelter, or writing letters to cancer kids and send those letters to a local hospital, or creating events for the students like like a carnival for students on the last day of school. We also do jobs to help around the school to help our community and the teachers there as well, and staff. Those are just a few things that I've done. So this award basically represents my contributions and leadership that I've put into school. The reason why I got into leadership was because I was inspired by the students that helped me when I was struggling. Um, I remember my first day of middle school, which was my first day of fifth grade. I didn't know where my classes were or where the bathrooms were, or I didn't have anyone to talk to. However, if it wasn't for the kind teachers and staff, but also students, upperclassmen students in particular, helping me out, then I would have been struggling. So if it wasn't for them, because of those kind people, I was able to uh, not struggle as much in middle school, and all I wanted to do was just pay it forward. So, and like I guess an experience that one of my favorite experience that I've experienced was when the young leaders had to teach students for a day for this teaching initiative that we had for Teacher Appreciation Day, or Teacher Appreciation Week. So we had the opportunity to choose a class from fifth through eighth grade, and each young leader would teach that class for a day. So I chose eighth grade algebra because math is one of my strongest subjects. Um, and it made me really happy to see that, because teaching is something that I'm passionate about and something that I like to do. So it made me happy that I was able to get that opportunity to do so. And it made me happy that the students enjoyed and learned learned from me and listened to what I had to say. And I felt really good about myself. And I guess it was a way to get out of my comfort zone a bit as well. And I was really grateful for for getting the opportunity to do something that I love.
Okay, great, Rukshan. And I know you have gone through a lot, and I didn't even know a lot of things that happened around you, which made you to be a strongest leader that you are today. And this is amazing. And I am beginning to know more about you at this time, really. And some of the great achievement that you went through uh, were not known. But now, thank you for sharing that information with me, which definitely is going to inspire other youngsters, right? How and when and what made you to be involved in leadership. I'm sure, without a doubt, you will grow to become a great community leader and great leader who can contribute to the development of the surroundings or community or even the city where you live right now. And you are going into your high school, I think in September 2022, you will be entering into your grade 9, that is freshman year. What kind of advice would you give it to those students who are at the middle school age level, that how should they be preparing themselves in terms of time management, in terms of commitment, in terms of dedication?
Mhm. So I feel like middle school is where like students are maturing, and it's like a small glimpse of like what high school is going to be like. So especially in upper grade levels. So I feel like it's important to take responsibility in your own education, um, and like being more independent, because you shouldn't like rely on like especially like personally for me, like I never really relied on my parents when it came to like helping with my homework or anything. Like it was just me like doing my homework by myself. So I feel like being more independent will help you like go into high school better, and like going to and because independence is really key in college as well. So like being more independent and being truly passionate about what you want to do. In middle school is where like some students may have an idea on what career path they want to go to. So if you're truly passionate about something that you want to do, then you should take your education seriously. And when it comes to like leadership, the main thing that I thought about was paying it forward. Um, when it comes to leadership, you should think about like the people that have helped you and how you're able to like thank them uh and just pay it forward. So leadership is really important when it comes to, and you should start leadership at a young age as well, because colleges are also looking for like how you are able to contribute to their school or their community. So leadership is also really important.
Yes, I entirely agree with you. And when you said paid forward, you know the golden rule, right? Do you know the golden rule?
Not really.
Remember, do unto others as you have them do unto you, right? So treat everyone with the right respect, the way that you expect them to treat you. That's the golden rule of life. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. The Tamil சொல்லுவார்கள் தன்னை போல் பிறரை நேசி. When you want others to respect you, you need to respect them too, right? It's two-way. And I am really, as you were talking, I was listening, you really have a good, deep mindset of community development, of how you see other people, Rukshani. These are my compliments to you. You really are going to be a fine product of a high school student who will be leading, who knows, is one of the brightest, one of the best colleges in the university. I want to wish you, before I forget, my uh, congratulations and my blessings for you to get to the best college in the United States of America, right?
Mm.
And thank you for sharing that amazing, thoughtful ideas, not only with me, even with those youngsters who are going to listen to your statements. What are your future goals? Where do you want to find yourself?
Well, like I mentioned, something that I'm interested in is teaching. So in the future, I would like to become a teacher. Um, Another thing that I've forgot.
Why do you want to be a teacher? Tell us.
The reason why I want to become a teacher is because I want to give back to my community. So like not just like an ordinary teacher, but like coming back to my community, like in Newark, to like give back to my community. Because like Newark is considered like a low poverty place, and like students don't get the best education here. So like I would like to become a teacher to be a role model to those students. So since I'm a student from Newark, I could say to my students that if I can do it, you can too. Um, so I guess to inspire other students. Someone that really inspired me was one of my teachers. He used to be a student at our school, and he decided to come back to his community and become a teacher at the same school that he went to middle school at. So I think that was really inspiring, to see that someone had the heart to like come back and become a teacher, and to like prove those that say that Newark students, or like students of color in particular, since Newark is mostly students of color, that um, uh, to say students of color that they should believe in themselves. And that's like, I guess, evidence, or like a way to prove that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And you have said it the best possible ways of how the student should be, leading forward to be successful. Thank you, Rukshani. That is amazing points. Now, I also wanted to add that um, when you are a student in the classroom or at school or doing your work, and there are so many distractions that are going to come
Mhm.
to you, right? There are distractions, especially the technology and cell phone. Now, what do you advise to those students who are too much into technology and that distract them? How can they be away from them?
I mean, like you said, technology is useful at the right time. So, like, for example, like COVID, and students had to use technology to like connect with others. Um, but I feel like when it comes to like social media and all of that, I feel like you should just try your best to ignore it, because social media is really powerful. Through social media, like you could also learn about like good things as well, like from personal experience. Social media has taught me about how society is like, and like at some cases like people post about awareness, but like there are also people that may use social media in a bad, negative way. Um, like they might talk bad about you, or they might have like drama or like something going.
Cyberbullying, right?
Yeah, cyberbullying. So just try your best to ignore it. I mean, if that were to happen to me, like there's like blocking people, I guess. So like just try your best to ignore it. Don't let that affect your education.
I want to take this opportunity, Rukshani, for your dedication, for your commitment, for your engagement with the community work. And you have talked about, you have done, you are not only just a student, but also someone who has a vision, ambitions of working for the community as young as at this age. I can see where you would be. I can imagine that you would be a great asset to our community, great product of our Tamil community, plus other communities too. So keep up your a great job, keep the flag flying, right? So there are so many things along the way, and at the same time, expect the unexpected challenges, like we had unfortunate COVID that came. So we will have so many challenges, but we shall overcome everything, right? That motto, that determination, perseverance, resilience, all those are positive characters that you will build it. You already have it. Anything that you don't have it, build it. And with that said, Rukshayani Baskaran, and from Newark, New Jersey. She has recently graduated as the best student in her school, middle school, and she has received many awards, some of which are leadership awards and subject awards like mathematics and language arts. And we, myself, on behalf of the Center for Education, Innovation, Leadership, and her parents and the Tamil community and the Dias community around the world are joining to congratulate and celebrate the success of Rukshani, and we wish her more success in the future. Thank you, Rukshani.
Rukzayani Baskaran, graduating with distinction and honors in ELA, Math, History, and Science. Nana Bala.
The first two math awards go to two students who never stop questioning what they're learning. They always think outside the box, they find a new way to approach the problem, and they draw connections between lessons. Their work is always flawless, and their contributions to class discourse are valuable. Please join me in congratulating Rukzayani Baskaran and the
Math